Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is Amir representing Cryptonomic Consultations, coming to you once again with a crypto update. On this video, what I'll be doing is going through briefly what digital assets and smart contracts is, or are rather. And this is just a short beginner's guide for those that are new, not only to the crypto space, but maybe new to the financial world in general. So beginning, number one, let me go ahead and let me see. This was brought to us by investinblockchain.com. That's the website. And it was released November 30th, 2017. It goes on to say, upon entering the world of blockchain and cryptocurrencies, you've most likely come across the terms smart contract and digital assets. Ethereum is the best known blockchain for the creation of smart contracts and digital assets, as are basically all cryptocurrencies. But what do these terms really mean? And how are they relevant to you as a blockchain investor? First, we'll get into digital assets. Firstly, it's important to understand what digital assets are. Assets are economic resources to which a value can be attached, and that can be owned by a party. Moreover, an asset is expected to generate value in the future. Assets can be both tangible and intangible. Typical examples of tangible assets are property, machinery, inventories, precious metals such as silver and gold, and currencies. Intangible assets are goodwill, copyrights, trademarks, and patents. With the growth of the internet, digital assets have made their introduction. They are subject to the same definition as regular assets, thus they can be owned and have an economic value. What makes them different from traditional assets is that digital assets are not in the physical world, but in the digital space. They are binary. Thus, in their essence, they are combinations of ones and zeros. Examples of digital assets are data, software, designs, electronic assets, virtual items of virtual worlds, and of course, cryptocurrencies. Most people have a hard time understanding the value of some digital assets, so they are intangible and binary, which makes a lot of people believe they have no intrinsic value. However, the current and continuously increasing value of the crypto market seems to provide evidence to the contrary. And remember, this was released last November when the great FOMO of 2017 was going on, so prices were going sporadic and parabolic. Getting on to the story, we're getting crossing over to smart contracts. Most contracts currently run through centralized systems which are operated by third parties. Whether you want to buy a house, a car, or issue a new passport, you'll have to go to a third party to complete the contract. A lot of back and forth interaction is necessary, and these processes can be time consuming because there are multiple unrelated parties involved who all need to supply and verify the appropriate documents. We currently need this system because it's the only way we can validate the authenticity of documents and trust unknown parties. If you want to buy a house, the current owner wants to ensure that he will receive the money. The government wants to know who owns the house, and you want to make sure the house actually belongs to the proclaimed owner and verify the state of the house. At this cost, all this costs time and money, both of which can be saved by employing smart contracts. Smart contracts are not much different from regular contracts, only they are executed automatically. A simple explanation of a smart contract is borrowing an ebook online. You select which ebook you want, you receive it, the exact date and time you receive the ebook will be entered into the contract, and when you finish the ebook, the contract will be terminated and you pay for the time you had to book. No third party needed. Smart contracts are not a new concept. The only barrier is that they are extremely difficult to implement as they still need to be verified by a third central party. Blockchain removes this need as blockchain technology is secured by its decentralized network. Documents cannot be tampered with on the blockchain, meaning that smart contracts can finally be efficiently and securely executed. Smart contracts are lines of code that are written on a blockchain. The code represent agreements that are automatically conducted by computers or blockchain nodes. Once the contract is executed, this blockchain ledger is updated and the network can verify the completion of the contract. Just showing you a short example. So one, an option contract between parties is written as code into the blockchain. The individuals involved are anonymous, but the contract or the contact is the public ledger. A triggering event like an expiration date and strike price is hit, and the contract executes itself according to the coded term. Regulators can use the blockchain to understand the activity in the market while maintaining the privacy of individual actors' position. The sequence of smart contracts are like dominoes. The completion of every term of contract will automatically activate the next term until the contract is fulfilled. It sounds almost like a booby trap. To be honest, if anyone's ever seen the old movie, what was that? They had a lot of booby traps in The Goonies. Those were initially those are like smart contracts. Facts. This logic is called if this then that, and it is already used in, for example, subscription emails. Say you want to receive a weekly newsletter. You enter your email and accept the terms and conditions. This automatically leads you to receive a confirmation email. And once you confirm the email, you are subscribed and automatically receive the newsletter. Automation and no need for human interference is what makes smart contracts so promising. Instead of needing human verification on whether all obligations of contract are fulfilled, the contracts will do this themselves. Parties that are unknown to each other can do Parties that are unknown to each other can do transactions with one another without the need for trust. This is the trustless society we're going into, cashless and trustless. Blockchain verification provides trust. The contracts are stored on the blockchain and all parties will have access to the information on the blockchain. Every step of the smart contract is verified, stored on the blockchain in chronological order, making it possible to analyze the entire sequence of events within the smart contract. Now we're getting into smart contracts in real life. Let's end with another example of how smart contracts can change the way the world works. Say you want to buy a secondhand car you saw online from someone else. You request the details and the history of the car, smart contract, which are stored, smart contract, on the blockchain. You like what you see and you like to take the car for a test drive. You give the current owner access, smart contract, to the blockchain that stores your personal information. That's a smart contract as a guarantee. Let's say the car is self-driving. I'm not going to continue saying that. Let's say the car is self-driving, and by giving access to your personal information, the car will drive to your house. Damn, that's the definition of a smart contract also. You like the car and decide to buy it. You transfer a cryptocurrency of choice to the seller, and simultaneously the car ownership is transferred to you, and that's a smart contract. As you can see, there is no bank, car dealership, or institution needed for this transaction. This is just one of the numerous possibilities that smart contracts can fulfill. They eliminate the need to trust other parties and save time and money. Ethereum currently is the #1 blockchain platform to build smart contracts on. There are other smart contract platforms such as Neo, Qtum, and Cardano, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us are knowledgeable about. So this was just a short. In fact, let me give you one more example of what a smart contract is. Think of a vending machine, right? No middleman needed, no vendor. You don't need to hand anyone their money, and they make sure none of that. You've got a machine, you've got an item. You want the item, you push in the code that the item is attached to, E3, A1, whatever the case may be, enter the needed funds that it takes to obtain said item, press the correct buttons, and the item will be released to you after payment has been received. Easy, smart contract. And what does they say? What is it? If this, then that. That's the logic in a smart contract. So, like I said, this is a very quick video, real simple breakdown of digital assets and smart contracts. I do hope this was helpful for some. I will be going more in depth on both of these subjects, digital assets as well as smart contracts, as the days and the weeks continue to follow. So until the next video, this is Amir representing Cryptonomic Consultations. If this was helpful in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. Also, you can comment and leave a remark if possible. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.